YouTube, welcome back to Chelsey Skywalker channel. In today's video, we're here with C-3PO, so let's ask him a couple questions. Let's go. So my first question is, what was it like being in robot costumes?
Well, I'm Chris Bartlett, actor who plays C-3PO, and what's it like being in the costumes? Well, they're very tight-fitting. So as anything that's tight-fitting, it doesn't breathe, and so it can get kind of warm in there. But and they're a little pinchy sometimes. But when you see what people's reaction to the character that I'm playing, whether it's C-3PO or a bounty hunter or I don't know, a teacher droid, it's really special. I can see them through the tiny eyes, their reaction, and that as an actor is really what I love most is giving audiences a fun show.
Okay.
Yeah.
My second question is, did you have any cool Star Wars stories?
Let's see. Yes. You mean on set or as a kid?
It doesn't matter. Anything.
Oh. Well, let's see. On set, I will tell you my favorite day filming of all of the days that I've been filming on Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Book of Boba Fett, was playing Q9-0. I got to fly the ship, the Razor Crest, Mando's ship. And in the ship, it's a practical, what we call practical cockpit. That means it's all real. So there's buttons and controls and lights and everything. And so that in itself was awesome. Then they, when I got in there, I saw the lights lit up, so of course I push them and they turn off, and then other ones turn on. And so all the buttons worked, everything functioned, the controls worked, the triggers worked, and so I was so excited to fly a real ship in Star Wars. But then another time in that costume in season 1 of Mandalorian, I got a cool shootout in Star Wars in the streets of Navarro. Like I used to do that as a 8-year-old in my neighborhood. We would play shootout, Star Wars shootouts. So that was my favorite day of filming, and I felt like every dream come true as me as a kid. I got to fulfill, so that was awesome. Yeah.
And my third question is, what is it like being C-3PO? So playing him.
Yeah, playing C-3PO. Well, he's a really iconic character, right? So everyone recognizes him. And nobody knows who I am, but they know who he is. So when I go to do, I was on the Oscars a few years ago with C-3PO, R2-D2, and BB-8. So if you go look up on YouTube, look up Oscar Droids. This is that moment. And when you're backstage at the Oscars, there are movie stars back there, right, that are going about their business. And C-3PO is a movie star. I'm just Chris Bartlett, actor, but C-3PO is a movie star. So I played in character backstage. So I was wandering around with R2-D2 like we were lost. I forgot the tickets. The tickets were your job, you nitwit. Dear. And so while we're walking around arguing and stuff like that, like they do, movie stars would come over and go, "Oh my gosh, C-3PO, can I get a picture with you?" And so that was really special to be able to, again, make a fun little moment for them that they are thinking of their childhood. And, now technically what it's like to play C-3PO is the vision is you're only looking through the little black holes in the eyes, right? You see these? And those are like drinking straws. So technically it's really challenging to move around and not run into things like R2-D2 because the vision's so limited. But I focus on what's outside, like I'm seeing people smiling or stormtroopers or R2-D2 and a child. And that's really fun. So technically it's challenging. The whole suit, you can't sit down. But and the vision is limited, but what I'm doing as the character is really so fulfilling. It's really fun. Yeah.
And then my last question is, how did you get into acting?
I started out as a cosplayer, actually. 20 years ago, I was building my own costumes. So while you see people here walking around in costume and playing characters, I did that. And I always wanted to be an actor, but I never knew what the steps are to do that. So playing a character at a conventions was that was enough for me. Like that was close enough, you know what I mean? But as I built my own C-3PO costume, like this. See this?
Yeah.
And so Lucasfilm saw a clip of me walking like C-3PO. So they asked me to come in for an audition, and I got it. I got the job, and then that turned into every live action appearance of C-3PO on television in the last 19 years. But then when we started making The Mandalorian, they said, we see that you have a specific set of skills. We would like you to play all these droids. And so that turned into several more years of acting. And then my roles in other shows have expanded. So outside of Star Wars, and that's all come from they knew of my previous work, and it just sort of like grows. So I would say the way I got into acting was playing characters for fun and just trying to get really good at it, and then they noticed. So I got lucky that way, and I feel so lucky to be part of this galaxy.
So thank you guys for watching. May the Force with you. Bye.